pretty good, you know, level 1 tier enemies. And, hey, Brent Tilda, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to you, though. I suppose it'd help to learn Grunty's secrets, but I'm not gonna write them down, so just talking to her would probably be a waste. So more than likely, what will end up happening is we make it to Furnace Fun. We'll either take a trek back through the castle and write down all of Grunty's secrets, or we'll just, you know, we'll speedrun. We'll do what the speedrunners do, and we'll just hope for the best. Because that's the best way to play a video game, is just hope for the best. We'll go ahead and fill in the jiggies. Yes, we remove pieces. The removing pieces is like such, like, I get why they have the removing pieces thing in there, just so you don't, like, do something that makes you stuck in the game. Like, if I found, like, a later level portrait and put a bunch of jiggies into it and then locked myself off from getting to, like, a past area or something. But it's just like, I never use the removing jiggy feature. I tend to just do the, like, dump them all in jiggy thing. But you don't get that ability until you try to open Clanker's Cavern. Yeah, speedrunners love leaving things to chance. Well, I know you're goofing, because, you know, obviously they want to minimize the RNG, but they also don't want to take the time to go speak to Brent Tilda, so they just hope for the best. I mean, I know that there's, like, they try to route that so they don't have to, they do as few Grunty questions as they have to, because why would you want to do Grunty questions if you don't know the answers? And we'll go ahead and just grab this blue gem and get away from Snacker. Do not want Snacker to snack on us, especially on today, the day of Lord Moonstone's birthday. Lord Moonstone being a buddy of mine who has very negative feelings about Snacker. Snacker apparently, like, scarred him for life, and now he hates water levels in video games, but that was also like 10 years ago, so that may not be true anymore. Who knows? Need to hang out with that guy more, because he is super cool. But hey, right now we're hanging out with our buds, Banjo and Kazooie. And I'm actually going to scoot over a little bit, because I just realized my mic was obscuring a bit of the game, and this crab is going to get in the way of our battle with Nipper. Is there like an invisible wall though? Because I don't think the crab can get any closer. Okay, you can watch. The crab's gonna watch me beat Nipper, and unfortunately I can't remember the crab's name. I can remember Nipper's name because he says it. He's like, "Oh, I'm Nipper." So what's the crab called? Clipper? The crab's called Clipper now. That's probably not its name, but I like it. Clipper, Snipper, Snipper, Clipper. Snipper, Clipper, and Nipper. That sounds good to me. We just need to time this out better than bad. Or you could do what I just did there and just tank it a few hits and then use invincibility frames to get up in his biz. Yeah, like Snacker is so scary. Like, you get in the water and the music changes and a shark appears and he can appear out of nowhere. We can, however, kill him. I'm pretty certain I showed it off in the LP, but we'll go ahead and do it again. Because it's basically the best use of the pooping eggs mechanic in the game. So it would be a crime not to kill Snacker, especially since he's such a, what's the word? Infamous part of Banjo-Kazooie. Trying to, like, what's the opposite of famous? Typically, you can just slap in un or in front of something, and it's probably the opposite of it that you're looking for. Oh man, there's actually something I want to show off in just a hot second, and I hope... Actually, there's something I want to show off with the wireframing in this game, because I learned something super cool about Banjo-Kazooie that I really love, but I don't want to mess with it and then ruin the stream, so I'm going to wait just a second for... and by just a second, I'm going to wait till maybe, like, the end of the stream, so I don't do it and mess it up, and, actually, no, Snacker, come back. Snacker? Wanna come back? There must be, like, a safe zone around here that he won't spawn in. Yeah, because he'll spawn once we get over here. cheese and crackers. We'll just wait there. I don't know why he calls cheese and crackers. Like, there's not much about cheese and crackers that Banjo and Kazooie remind me of. Maybe it's just supposed to be like, yeah, cheese and crackers. That's a snack. Whatever. Come on, snacker. Coffee and mint. Yeah, I guess he just lists off snacks. There we go. Now that we have pooped an egg onto him, he will not spawn for a small amount of time. Oh, or maybe I didn't hit him enough. It sounds like I did not hit him enough because we are about to get snacked on. Yep, we have been snacked on. Unfortunately, he has cornered us, and that is a bad place to be. Yeah, because he despawned, and I had hit him with an egg, so I figured we were good, but I guess we weren't. Yeah, who knows? I thought if you hit him enough times, he would despawn and not spawn for a little bit. I probably just didn't hit him enough times. And wow, the crabs give you 2 honeycombs. That's awfully nice of them. I guess the crabs are a lot like the tickers. They seem to not be super aggressive. I think they will charge at you though. They require 2 hits unless you ground pound them though. So maybe they gave them more health that they give you as a kind of compensation. Do we have to talk to Captain Blubber before we go and get his gold? I'm not 100% sure. We probably can go pick up his gold before we talk to Captain Blubber. It'll be fine. It's good. Everything is fine and good. As long as we don't drown and we get all the things in the water, everything's good. Drowning might put a small, just a small caveat on that of it no longer being good. I don't believe there's anything up here, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and get out of here. God, I always love this the ship and Treasure Trove Cove, because it's like he ran his ship aground, but like the only way he could have done it, like this is the closest source of water, but his ship is facing perpendicular to that, so perpendicular is what I was looking for. So it's like he ran his ship aground and then tried to turn it around to get out. Is that what we're supposed to believe happened, or did they didn't think about it and were like, here's a set piece, that's cool. I mean, that's probably it. They probably didn't think of the logistics of how Captain Blubber biffed it as bad as he did, because obviously he biffed it pretty bad. Let's go ahead and grab this Mumbo token. There's a lot of good things in this ship for us. Mumbo tokens, notes. We're living the high life because we need all those things we can get. A lot of gold in this game. I just thought about it. Like jiggies are gold, the notes are gold. These bars of gold, probably not gold. They're probably gold plated. Captain Blubber looks like a cheapskate. Yep, it's me treasure. Thank ye, me hearties. Yep, we'll take your reward. No problem. Spend that gold wisely. Don't open a business. Don't be a slave to capitalism, Captain Blubbers. Captain Blubber, not Blubbers. Captain Blubs. Let's go ahead and actually get that Mumbo token, because I forgot it was there. See, things that my brain's going to forget. I'm interested to see what I've forgotten. We don't have to get every Mumbo token in the game. I'm pretty certain I probably didn't do that when I LP'd this game either. Maybe I did though. Who knows? Who knows what I did? I'm a weirdo. I might have done it. I might have not. Yep. Our big chance. Chicken legs. Does flying have a? Nope. It's just called fly. Okay. I wasn't sure if fly had a neat fancy name or not. And we'll go ahead and get the Jiggy over here. And the big treasure chest. We haven't seen a normal treasure chest, but we're gonna go ahead and do the one with the Jiggy in it. I call this the big treasure chest. Like this isn't the same size as like all the other ones. This one just has a Jiggy in it. It's Gruntilda's booty. Touch it if you dare. That's good butt jokes. Good old butt jokes. I mean, she's still like, hey, you stole my treasure. Now the game's gonna be harder. But like, dog. I mean, it's not like the game has like some kind of difficulty variable on it that increases with Jiggy count. You're lying to us, Grunty. You're trying to intimidate us, but it will not work. It will not be intimidated, Grunty. I want to go and get those notes back there before I forget. Yep, last move here. We just had to get our pad moves. Now we can use both of the pads in the game. Is there yeah, the split up pads is what I was thinking of. I was trying to think, because I was like, there's more pads in Banjo-Tooie, but I think it's just the split up pads and warp pads. I don't think you get any other pad moves. You get other, like, shoes, but no other pad moves, I don't believe. Other than split up, obviously, and the warp. But the warp's not really a move. Just had to think about that for a hot second. The pads are so interesting. It's like super moves they wanted to include in the game, but didn't want you to just have at the drop of a hat. Which is interesting when you compare it to ukulele. Although I probably shouldn't be talking about ukulele too much, because we're gonna have to talk a lot about that game at some point. But that point is not now. What we're doing now is pooping eggs in a leaky. Yep, because we patched up Leaky with a pebble. You know, it's so weird now that I think about it, because people see like the egg pooping thing and they're like, oh, that's so weird, you know, it's pooping the egg, even though that's like normally what birds do. Like they normally lay eggs in that manner. Shooting it out of their mouth would be the strange thing. Pointing out weird things about a game made in 1998, I believe. 1998? Maybe it was 1999. Who knows? It's 1998, I think. Where's the N? Where's the N? I've forgotten the location of the letters that would appear. I have not forgotten the code. How could one ever forget the code? The very important code of slamming your face into the ground to spell out your own names. The most wonderful thing in the world. The best password. Grunty didn't think that they would figure it out, because she was like, oh, you know, they're the heroes. They're not very narcissistic. They won't just run in there and start slamming their own name into the sandcastle. They'll never get into here. And even if they do, I've put in an expert black and red crab who is even stronger. He's like talking shit like, oh, I'm gonna attack you, but then he doesn't do anything. And then I don't think the black crab's all that much stronger. Like, I think it can just take a hit whenever its weak spot's exposed, as opposed to the normal crabs who just die. But like, if I were to have ground pounded him, I think he would have died in one hit, which would have made him mechanically no different. I guess they're assuming that you're not just gonna go around ground pounding every single enemy though. But hey, it's a pro strat that people should probably use more, because ground pounding rules. I love to do the ground pound. I suppose we can come up here and grab some feathers. They'll be handy later. Once we start needing to do like a beak bomb. I think that's the name of the aerial attack. I think it's called beak bomb. It'll be handy to have just a crap ton of these. Especially since there's no convenient way to refill them until like the end of the game, which, oh, we can only hold 50 of these. Oh, my bad. I thought we could hold 100 like the eggs. That's fine though. We'll deal with only 50. Oh, and that's interesting. The enemies stay dead in between transitional screens. I had forgotten about that. So used to like Tooie, where enemies like just respawn on the fly. That I just assumed that, you know, the enemy would be back. Since we had went through a transitional screen, but cool. The Yum Yums, that's what the clams are called. The clams are Yum Yums. I can remember Yum Yums. Yum Yums I got down. The crabs, no idea. Snipper, Clipper, probably. I mean, not Snipper, Clipper, obviously, but Snipper and or Clipper. Maybe both. Probably not both. Let's go ahead and get ourselves purple Jinjo. And I keep doing like the little like hopping in between the things, and I keep like having like a mini panic attack of like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it to the top. I'm gonna mess up in Banjo-Kazooie. There's like a big punishment there. Man, this game's like so like just relaxing and nice. I guess this is like one of the few things I get like super nostalgic for, because a lot of things like, you know, I keep pretty close to my chest, like Zelda. Like, I've played so many Zelda games at this point that I don't get like super nostalgic for Zelda. I'm not saying I dislike it or anything. Banjo-Kazooie, like, it might just be that I haven't played it in a hot second, so that's probably helping it a lot. Because like back when I was streaming it a bunch, probably didn't feel this way, but it's just like the jiggies are so simple. Like, it's just like, oh, you know, you just go here and have a jiggy for getting to the top of the level. Have fun. And then 2E, like, you know, there's a bunch of like jiggies that have more difficult conditions to acquire. So it's kind of nice coming back to Banjo-Kazooie and being able to chill. Yep, we will follow the clues. We aren't gonna fly out there though, because we got some business to attend to. Make sure that we get all of the stuff on the outer part of this level. Ooh, man, the water was freaking out there for a second. That was interesting. I was moving the camera in a weird way, and I didn't come into here correctly. But the water, that was so weird. It like kind of glitched out for a hot second. I wonder if that was an emulation issue or something that would have persisted on an actual console. I might need to take a drink here. I might do that during the jiggy jig. I also have some tea here to help soothe my throat. But mostly just because I wanted some tea. And then, of course, I spent the entire jiggy jig reaching for it.